Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do a review on the new Craftsman brushless router. Super excited about this. Stay tuned.
Alright guys, before we dive into the review, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon. We're knocking out 3 videos a week and we're almost at 50,000 subscribers. And also don't forget, the whole month of March we're doing a big giveaway, so I will put a video link in the description below. You can check out all the details. So this is the Craftsman CMCW 400B. We have about 4 or 5 hours carving with this thing so far, so this is our initial review. The hours we have on this has all been hardwood, it's all been pecan, and we've used a few different bits in it, so let's get into it.
Okay, so let's go into some pros. One of the biggest pros for us is we got this thing on special. We got the whole package for $149. That's a pretty good deal. This was from Lowe's. I don't know if that's still applicable, but as of mid-February 2023, that's what we paid for it. It comes with a 3-year limited warranty, 3-year on the router, 2 years on the battery. Also, 90-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied for whatever reason.
So this thing comes with 2 4-amp-hour batteries. For 149 bucks, it's a screaming deal. One of the things I really like about these batteries is the light setup they have on it to check how much battery life you have left. It's not hard to push, where sometimes the Milwaukee you really got to dig in there, and the lights are super bright, so there's no guesswork involved. And the charging light is super easy to read. It actually has a light for your 12-volt batteries and for your 20-volt batteries. So it's super intuitive and you don't have to guess, is it charging, is it done charging, any of that stuff.
Another advantage is that we have a stock base plate to fit on this router. Now if you happen to have the rigid, then that is the same hole pattern. But if you go on the website, you'll see we've got a base plate all set up for this Craftsman brushless router. Link in the description below. Another pro I really like is the fact that this thing's got plenty of power. In my opinion, and I think Ryan's too, it's got as much power as the Dewalt when the battery is fully charged, and the Milwaukee. It's got as much power as any of our other cordless routers. I really like that. Another pro is it's lightweight. I think it's maybe a pound or 2 lighter than the Milwaukee. I think it's even lighter than the Dewalt, so it's easy to maneuver, especially with the base plate on there. It's not top heavy, it's nice and lightweight. It feels really good in the hand.
One of my favorite things about this router is how the housing feels on the actual router itself. It's easy to come off, it's easy to put on, and you don't feel like you're struggling with it at all. So everybody knows that our favorite depth adjustment is on the Dewalts. I think they have the best on the market, but this is second best in my opinion. The micro adjustment on it, it doesn't bind up, it's got several threads on the housing itself, so you can move it up and down nice and easy. And also the macro adjustment, again, that housing can come off, it can go back on super easy, and then once you tighten it back down, it's nice and solid. You don't feel any shakiness or any looseness in there at all.
Another pro that I really like is that as the battery starts kind of running down, you can kind of hear the RPMs start to lower a little bit, and you know you kind of need to pay attention, maybe swap the batteries out. As compared to like the Dewalt, which you guys know I love the Dewalt, you never know when that battery is just going to like automatically stop. I like to hear the RPMs going down. I like the slow diminishing in the batteries, and it's not that really shocking automatic stop the way the Dewalt does. Another thing that I really like is the wrench that comes with it. It's a 17 millimeter. That's the same as the Dewalt and many of our other routers, so it makes it easy. It's not a special size. The other thing that I like is on the back end of the wrench, it's kind of cool. It's got a little, another little tiny wrench that is great for the adjustment nut on the depth setting, the micro and the macro setting. That's kind of handy.
Now let's move on to the cons of this router, which, if we're being honest, there's not many. But the biggest one, in my opinion, is the lighting on it. It only has one LED light, and it's kind of on the back side, so when you're carving, if you're not careful, if you don't have any extra light around the base, then it creates kind of a shadow. Makes it kind of a pain to carve in a certain direction.
Okay, here's some cons for me. And again, like Ryan said, not too many, but the shaft lock. I really like the idea of having an extra notch in the shaft, spring-loaded shaft lock in case it malfunctions. And I've had that happen on several routers. When that happens, I'd rather have a notch in that shaft on the armature so that you can put a double wrench setup rather than having to drive a screwdriver all the way through. Okay, another con, again, it's not that big a deal, but when we first got this thing and we're putting the batteries on and off, they were super tight. It's almost like you had to bang on them to get them to let loose. Now, the more we're using it, seems to be sliding on and off a little bit better, so that may be something that over a period of time is not an issue at all. But at the very beginning, man, this thing was really tight.
So another con, but honestly, this is for every router we have except for the rigid, is that you have to open up the back if you're going to. If you want a little bit more light to come in, then you got to modify the back. But again, that's on almost all the other ones. So it's kind of a con, kind of not.
So the last one for me is the dust collection. Now, most of these small routers, plastic manifold that fits on the actual housing that you can hook a hose up to. You might want to use that. If you do want to use that and you're using our base plate, then all you need to do really is move that handle. Take one of the handles off, drill another hole, drill and countersink a hole in a different spot so that that manifold does fit on there. Then you can use the dust collection in that manifold, but it won't work the way the base plate comes stock from us. All right, guys, there's our initial review on this thing. We may do another one in 6 months or a year, but I gotta say, man, for the money, this thing packs a punch, and I really like this thing.
I'm the same way. I think it's a screaming deal. The battery life is pretty good, and everything about this router it's not quite up there with the Dewalt, but it's pretty stinking close.
For 149 bucks. Now, we don't know what the regular price for this thing is gonna be after this special, and by the time you see this, that special may be done. But honestly, even at 200 bucks for this package, I would pay that because I just think it's worth it.
I do too. It's a great little router. I really like it.
That's our take on this thing. If you guys have this, let us know what your take is on it. Let us know what you guys think. And if you have any questions, obviously, as always, Eric@makeawoodsign.com.
or Ryan at makeawoodsign.com, and I will put a link in the description below for the base plate that fits this router. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, and if you guys want to see more reviews like this, let us know. We're happy to do this. We might have to buy some more equipment. I don't know. It's all for you guys.
That's right.
We do this all for you.
I'll let Dad break the news to Mom.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.